Alright guys, welcome back. Famine52 back again, and in today's episode we start our stat maxing. Let's get going. Alright guys, how's it going? In the last episode I showed you how to get 99 sphere levels with all your characters relatively easily. And in this episode we are going to go ahead and do our stat maxing. So that means we need to be able to kill the things that we are going after. So that means not talk to you. I've already talked to you. That means that we need to fight the Juggernaut quite a fair bit more few times. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's go ahead and just quick hit this guy real quick. Why are you using that, Oren? That is unacceptable. Anyway, let's go ahead and slice and dice him with Titus. I missed that horribly. And once Oren's turn comes back around, we are going to need to put his Makamune back on. Let's go ahead and attack reels with Waka. 1, 2, 3. And that means that this guy is about to get hit 12 times. Or a nice little chunk of damage. Oren, let's get your Masamune back on. And quick hit. Thank you, sir. And just now it's a quick hit spam until this guy's dead. Which should not take too much longer. Unfortunately, as you're starting out doing this, it is going to take a while. You could always, of course, bring in Riku if you want. And mix together two, what was it? Underdog Secrets, I believe? Oh, it was Gambler's Spirit. That was not what I wanted to do. Is that going to mess with us? No, it's not. Alright. Was it Turbo Ether? The critical hit one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I messed up on that, unfortunately, but we're going to be able to take care of him either way, just by doing a bunch of quick hits. And Riku, do you have your God Hand on? Yes, you do. Very, very well, ma'am. Let's go ahead and just hit this guy a couple more times, and he'll be dead way before he gets a turn. There we go. And for that we get 2 strength spheres, unless we get lucky / unlucky depending on your point of view, and get the 2 dark matters. But anyway, another thing that I personally buy, now you don't need to do this, you have enough empty nodes on the sphere grid that you can max out all of your stats efficiently and properly. I personally, let's go ahead and buy some Phoenix Downs while we're here. I personally buy 99 clear spheres, just so I could clear out all of the +1s and +2s and fill those in with the +4s. Because I like having 255 in all of my stats, because I'm crazy like that. You do not need that much luck. You do not need 255 luck. You only need about 170, 175-ish to ensure that you constantly critical hit the Dark Magnus Sisters. But I like the look of 255 and everything, so that's why I get the clear spheres. It just makes things a lot more succinct. So that is what I'm going to do. Be aware that you do not need to, though. But once we have all of that, let's go ahead and head to our sphere grid. Which, let's go ahead and, you know what, we're going to be on Titus's grid, so let's start with Titus, shall we? And move on in here. And from here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use, where are they? We're going to go ahead and use our strength spheres and move on forward. And fill out our strength until we hit 255. which shouldn't take too long. Let's go ahead and do that right there. Let's go ahead and move him forward. And looks like we got 3 empty nodes right here, so let's go ahead and put these guys in. There we go. There's that. And then now moving forward, as you can see, if we move right here, we will be passing our first strength sphere that only raises us by 1. So let's go ahead and use one of those clear nodes that we just purchased, and make sure we are on the attack so that we clear that out. And then now use another strength sphere right there, and there we go. And this is what I'm going to be doing for everyone. Just moving on down, filling up all of these strength spheres that we have missed. Well, not missed, but filling out all of the empty nodes that we have missed with strength spheres until everybody hits 255 strength, which I should have just enough nodes or spheres for right now to go ahead and do that quite succinctly. Like, we've already raised our strength up to 200. We started at about 267, or 167, my bad. And I'll be back when we are done doing this. Alright guys, so here we are back after completing our strength sphere farm and leveling everyone up on their strength. And we are currently, with everybody currently maxed out at 255 strength. So everybody now hits like an absolute truck. And with the way I was doing this, we were actually able to max out our strength before we even got to the first natural luck sphere on Titus's grid. Right down here, right below where Bribe is. So that's pretty good. And now that we have strength up, what we're going to be doing next is actually filling out our luck and maxing out our luck along the way. So let me go ahead and show you who and what we need to fight. So first and foremost, we need to go ahead and take on Earth Eater. But before we do that, we could set things up a little bit to make this a little bit easier on us. So if we go ahead and equip 2 of our party members with Auto Phoenix and Death Proof, then that is going to make this substantially easier. Do you not have Death Proof, Riku? You do not. That's okay. I know that Orin does. And he actually has it equipped right now. Beautiful. And then, so let's go ahead and get Orin in here instead of Riku. And then on Waka, we want to have our Auto Phoenix and our Auto Haste. That's all Waka really needs at this point, as well as his World Champion. So let's go ahead and take on Earth Eater. Alright guys, so here is Earth Eater, the souped up Chocobo Eater himself. And honestly, with 255 strength, this guy is not that bad to kill. What we're going to do is, because Orin is getting the first strike here, we're going to go ahead and steal with Orin, get a Gambler Spirit, and then that's going to move us on. Ooh, I did not realize that Waka did not have an overdrive. We want to make sure Waka has an overdrive, so let's go ahead and entrust that over to Waka from Titus. Thank you, my good sir. And because Waka is in auto haste right now, he is getting a lot more turns than the other 2 that do not have haste. But now that we have an overdrive, let's go ahead and do our attack reels. And 1, 2, 3. And this is going to do quite a fair bit of damage. And because we're leaving him standing, which is honestly, admittedly, a very interesting tactic, weird things happen. Of course, he went for Waka right there. That is unfortunate. That is a That is an instant death attack right there. Which is actually why we have death proof on Titus and Orin. Because as you just saw right there, we were immune to the death effect, but we actually did take damage. And Orin's overdrive actually charged up a lot of the way. His counterattack will actually fill up our overdrive fully. So let's go ahead and hit him with another attack reel. See if we can't get him to hit Orin or Titus this time. There we go. So he punches Orin in the face, killing him instantly because of the amount of damage he does, but because there is that damage number being taken, it charges Wakka's overdrive. And at this point, we are clear to actually just attack him once, knock him on his ass, and attack him again with Titus to KO him. And then honestly just do that about 100 more times. Just do that until you get however many fortune spheres you're going to need for however much luck you want to bring your party to. Like I said earlier, you really only need about 170, 175 luck. But I'm going to bring mine up to 255. So what I did is I actually have in the background gotten 100 fortune spheres. And then I went ahead and went to Mount Gagazet and fought the male spike down here. And I found that every once in a while, should you bribe this guy 250,000 gil, he'll give you 2 of the attribute spheres, which we could use instead of the fortune spheres to actually get some of our party members up on luck. That time we only got 1 though. Alright, and next we actually need the nodes to be able to unlock. So let's go ahead and go back into original. Let's go ahead and take on the greater sphere. And here is the big gelatinous ooze, if you would. And as you can see, I came into this fight with my health down. That's perfectly fine though, because we are going to use Orin here, and we're going to use him to, on his first turn, he's going to steal a Gambler's Spirit again. If you have Master Thief on, you will actually get a, what is it? I just forgot what it was, guys. Return Sphere, that's what I was looking for. And then on Wakka's first turn, we're going to go ahead and have Wakka do a Healing Water. And then on his second turn, we're going to have him go ahead and do Attack Reels. And 1, 2. Now, something worth noting, if you're having difficulty getting this third attack reel to on the 2-hit, this is what you do. You do literally nothing. Unfortunately, this isn't going to work for all fiends, because the more time that is missing, the less damage that you do. But as you just saw right there, it will always land on 2-hit. Okay? So you will always get the maximum amount of hits on that last one if you just let it go. And on a creature like this guy right here that has low, I believe it's special defense. I think, if I remember correctly, bosses and enemies in the game have a hidden little, like, what would that be, 12th stat for special defense that it guards against, what is it, overdrives. But because whatever it is, whether it be a special defense, physical defense, magic defense, whatever it is that actually goes against, even though we wasted all of that time, the greater sphere is going to take, it's still going to take a lot of damage. Now if on enemies like Earth Eater, that's not going to do nearly as much damage as you want it to. But if you're having difficulty and you just want to get as many hits out as you can go ahead and let that timer just tick on down. But anyway, now we have Titus's turn right here, so let's go ahead and do a slice and dice with him. And there we go. And the Greater Sphere at this point should be dead. And there we go. And then he takes about 30-45 seconds to actually disappear. And the battle is over, and we get our 2 luck spheres. Now the next step we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go right into another fight with them. I know that we only have 625 health right now. I know that is perfectly fine. Do not worry about it. Again, we're going to have Orin go ahead and steal a Gambler's Spirit. Waka, go ahead and use the healing water, bringing us all back up to maximum health. Then I'll go ahead and do the attack reels. 1, 2, 3. We're going to hit him, what would that be, 12 times? Dealing quite a fair bit of damage. He's going to counter with hydraulic press, filling our overdrives back up, and then let's go ahead and slice and dice. And now the fight's over. And then I normally do this until I get about 40-45 luck spheres, just because we get a couple in game, so that kind of balances out a little tiny bit. And there's a few on the actual sphere grid that will actually give us +4 to luck. And yeah, all of those combined should give us about 255 luck, which again, I do not recommend. It is not needed. You only need about 170 to 175. But I am crazy and I like punishing myself and maxing out my stats because I like the way it looks. But now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and take Titus. And with Titus, we're going to go ahead and fill out all of these luck nodes. Come on. Moving down through the rest of his grid. And doing that as we go. And honestly, I probably have a few too many to finish out the rest of Titus's grid here. So I will actually end up going over here into Orin's and filling out this little last node cluster if I need to. And if I need any more from that, which I really shouldn't, I will go ahead and head into Waka's here and fill out these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nodes in here. And then I should be good from that. But I'm going to go ahead and do this off screen, and I will be right back. See you in a second. Alright guys, so we're back after maxing out everybody's luck stat. Let's see, here we go. Everybody is currently at 255. So next we need to work on our agility, our evasion, our accuracy, and our defense. So as a lot of you guys probably already know, the reason I didn't work on defense before now is because while I was farming Earth Eater, if my defense was higher, when I got hit with his Megaton punches, it would not have guaranteed that I would have fully maxed out my overdrive gauge. So having a lower defense was able to help me max out my overdrive gauge, which allowed me to kill Earth Eater a little bit faster, as well as it allowed me to kill the Greater Sphere a little bit faster in the long run. And when you're farming these guys hundreds of times over, being able to kill them a turn or two faster every time works out to be quite a fair bit faster, like over the long course. But anyway, right now we got everybody at the start of Waka's grid. So we are going to go ahead and put, we're going to go ahead and actually put evasion on Waka's grid to begin with. We're going to go ahead and work down and do exactly what we did with strength on Titus's grid. Fill in every blank node with the evasion sphere. And then when we get to these accuracy spheres and, where are they? Are there any of them actually on Waka's grid? There we go. And these evasion spheres, we're going to go ahead and clear those out and fill them in with the +4 spheres that we get from farming the 2 fiends I'm about to show you. First and foremost, the first fiend that we are going to fight is going to be the Hornet right here. And the Hornet for us right now, because we have maximum luck and strength, is not going to take us all that long to take care of. Let's see. That was 2 hits, 3 hits. Yeah, we should be able to kill him before he even gets a turn. And yeah, I'm after this battle, I'm gonna have about 52 of these spheres, which is probably more than I need. But as you can see, with maxed out luck, he is no issue at all. And we actually got the accuracy spheres right there. I don't know why those were going to be evasion, but those are accuracy. So let's go ahead and fight the bird now, whose name I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce. And this guy, we can kill in 2 hits. There's 1 hit. And 2 hits. For being in-game boss type creatures, these guys don't really have a lot of health. But yeah, so just go ahead and do that until you have enough of the nodes to max out everybody's stats. As you can see, I have 62 evasion spheres. I went a little crazy on those. I have 52 of the accuracy spheres. So I'm going to go ahead and work through Waka's grid, and like I said, filling in every empty node with the evasion, and clearing out all of the various other nodes as I get by. And you know what? Do I have agility spheres? I should. Ah, wrong button. I should have agility spheres. Yes, I do. So let's go ahead and show the person that we need to fight with for that, because I don't know if I mentioned that I was going to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and farm those guys now as well. So here we have Fenrir, and as you can see, he has 850,000 HP. So he's going to take a few turns to kill. And Fenrir here has a interesting mechanic where he actually attacks the person with the highest strength in the party. And right now, because everybody is maxed out at 255, it's going to be kind of a crapshoot. It is my experience that he tends to go for the guy in the middle, but my experience might differ from yours. So, yeah, just be aware that when he does hit you, you are put in Poison, Confusion, and I believe Berserk. But with a luck of 255, that should not be an issue for us. But that's how we get the agility spheres. So now just one more time to go over everything. I'm going to clear out these accuracy nodes. And, or not the accuracy nodes. Wait. You know, I'm not going to clear out the accuracy nodes because I don't think I need to. I'm going to clear out the agility nodes and the evasion nodes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be back as soon as I'm done with that. Alright guys, so we are back after filling out Waka's sphere with all of our agility points, and we had to spill up into Lulu's grid just a little tiny bit. And not gonna lie, I kind of went back into the final node of Orin's as well as Titus's, just to fill out the last few little agility nodes. But now we are going to go ahead and go through Riku's grid, filling out all of the empty nodes with accuracy nodes. And we shouldn't need to go through her entire grid, filling up accuracy nodes and getting rid of the lesser nodes here, like this -2. So hopefully, if we have enough empty nodes here towards the end, I'm going to go ahead and fill in some more evasion. Because if I remember correctly, Riku's grid only probably has about 2 evasion nodes for me to delete and fill in. But that's not going to be an issue. Like I said before, you don't need all of your stats at 255. Honestly, at this point, with a luck of 255 and above 60 in both evasion and accuracy, we're never going to miss, and we are very rarely actually ever going to get hit. So, like I've been trying to say for the majority of this episode, we do not need all of our stats at 255. I'm just crazy and I like the way it works, or the way it looks, I should say. But with a luck of 255 and an evasion and an accuracy of about 60, which we should naturally get going through our natural grids, we will be perfectly fine. But I'm still going to go ahead and do my best to fill out everything, get everything at 255, and I will go ahead and be back once we fill out all of that. And yeah, just because we are going to be doing this right now, let's go ahead and fight the Hornet right here just one more time, get us a couple more accuracy nodes. And this guy's going to be going down relatively quickly. And now that we have our agility at 255, he's literally never going to get a turn. Because we are so fast that we outspeed him by quite a fair bit at this point. And especially if we are, or if we were to be using a quick attack on that, it wouldn't even be a question. So with that guy down, there's our 2 accuracy spheres. Let's go ahead and move our way down Riku's grid and fill everybody out. I'll be back when I'm done. Alright guys, so next up we're going to be raising 2 different stats. First we're going to be raising our magic defense, and then next we're going to be raising our magic. Now at this point, if you've followed this guide for getting max stats and all of that stuff, and like the AP grind and all of that good stuff, you should have plenty of spheres for the magic defense. But on the off chance that you don't, let's go ahead and show you what fiend it is that we need to fight. It's going to be down here in Species Conquest, and it's going to be the One-Eye. And the One-Eye here, of course, has auto regen on himself, and he has 150,000 HP, so that means that 1 attack and 2 attacks and he's dead. So he's not that difficult to kill, especially with the stats we have now. And he drops us 2 magic defense spheres. And we are going to be taking the whole party down Lulu's grid, filling out all these empty nodes with the magic defense. And of course, whenever we come across an evasion, we're going to go ahead and transfer that over to 4, if it isn't already 4, which honestly, believe it or not, a lot of Lulu's evasion spheres are already going to be +4. Because she has a pretty good evasion already. We just need to work on it just that little tiny bit more. We're also going to run on over here and clear out this luck +2 node, because we don't need that. We already have 255 luck. And yeah, we are just going to go ahead and continue on down through here and doing all this stuff. And I will be back before we start fighting for our magic nodes. But we're going to be ending up right here at the end of Lulu's grid, with everybody at 255 magic defense, as we are getting ready to go into Yuna's grid which is going to be the one that we're going to be putting our magic on. So, fun times, fun times. I'll be back. Actually, before I go, let me go ahead and show you something real quick. So let's go ahead and get Lulu into our party real quick, because the creature that we're going to need to fight for magic, there are plenty of ways to do it. One of the fastest that I find that guarantees, no, not guarantees, but helps to ensure that we are getting overkills as often as possible, requires Lulu, but we need to unlock an overdrive mode for her. And unfortunately, you cannot unlock overdrive modes inside the monster arena, so let's just go ahead and run on out here in front. And let's go ahead and turn, not that one. Let's go ahead and turn on our random encounters, run around for a little bit. And because our agility is so high, Kamari and Riku should have no issue running away from here. Lulu, just go ahead and defend yourself real quick. And Kamari, be gone. And then now at this point, we should really probably slow down. Actually, we want her faster, because the more turns Lulu takes alone by herself, the better. And we want her to take enough turns so that she gets the loner overdrive mode. And we have learned ally somehow, even though we don't have any allies on the field with us. Well, that's kind of intriguing. But if we keep on going, we will eventually get the loner mode, which is going to help us immensely when it comes to fighting for magic spheres. And let's see how long this takes us, shall we? Yep, you missed because you suck. You missed because you suck. Right now I'm pretty sure the only one that can hit us is actually that fire fan. That's because you can't dodge magic in this game. You can only absorb it. And there we go, learning the loner overdrive mode. So with that done, let's go ahead and get on out of here, shall we? We do not need to do this, but we're going to completely wreck these guys' days.
No pain, but not for long.
And be gone, foul creatures. Alright, but I'm going to go ahead and fill up everybody's magic defense, and I will be right back as soon as we are ready to start grinding up our magic. See you guys in a second. Alright guys, so just finishing up everybody's magic defense. Now for the most part the party is at 255 in strength, magic defense, agility, luck, accuracy, and evasion. Luckily I was able to get all of this little cluster right here at the end of Lulu's grid with evasion spheres, and that brought everybody up to 255. But next up we are going to be doing magic, and we want Lulu's, or not Lulu, we're going to start out with Yuna. So we want Yuna's magic. At this point, if you've done everything I've done, you should be around 160. But if you're just kind of nitpicking and you haven't gone as far as I have yet, we want to make sure her magic is, I want to say, around like 130-ish, maybe 125. Because with magic around there, we could have Anima here with a magic attack of around like 180, 200, which is what we want at this point, because what we're going to be doing right now is we're going to be fighting Jumbo Flan. But before we go ahead and head on in there, we need to give Anima some abilities. So let's go ahead and make sure she has haste, which I'm pretty sure we gave her already. Yep, there it is. We already gave her haste. Next, we want to make sure she has curing spell, just to make sure she can keep herself up. So let's go ahead and give her Curaja. Let's also give her double cast and Lancet. Lancet so that we can make sure she keeps her MP up. All of the rest of the stuff up here is not going to be necessary for us. But moving on down. Come on. Let's see. Down here, we don't need life. We don't need full life. Those are completely useless on Aeons. Shell, that's going to be very helpful. Protect. Reflect. Dispel. Definitely going to need Dispel. If you can get Holy, go ahead and give her Holy. And then Flare if you have enough Shining Gems. And if you have enough Supreme Gems, which I believe it takes 99, go ahead and give her Ultima as well. But honestly, we're not really going to need all of that. That's all just in case little backup things. Now let's go ahead and take on the Jumbo Flan. Probably should have put Yuna in the party to begin with. And Yuna, not that it's going to matter, but let's go ahead and give you Nirvana. And let's go ahead and summon Anima, shall we? And with our stats where they currently are, most of Anima's stats are 255. So this should be going through relatively quick. But let's go ahead and cast... first and foremost, let's go ahead and cast Haste on ourselves. Just speed us up. Next, let's go ahead and cast Shell. And let's go ahead and cast Protect for right now. Very good. Next, let's go ahead and cast Pain. I guess use Pain would be the correct term. And with a magic stat, and this Ultima, by the way, is why we went ahead and cast Shell on ourselves. This should do all that much damage. That's why we wait in order to do, or it's also why I wait to do Jumbo Flan until after I max out everybody's magic defense, just so that Ultima spell does the absolute minimum amount. But what I was trying to say is with Anima having a high enough magic stat, Pain will always do 99,999, which will always guarantee ourselves an overkill when fighting Jumbo Flan with Anima. Just keep that in mind. It is, like I said, around 125, 130 should be enough for you. And for right now, until we can get our main party stats up high enough, this is going to be the way we have to kill Jumbo Flan. And I'm going to be going ahead and doing this until we get at least Lulu's magic to about 180, 190, which honestly should not be that long from now. And as you can see, Jumbo Flan has Reflect cast on himself from the beginning of the fight, so don't even try to cast spells on him directly. Also, I figure I could show this as well, he is also completely immune to all physical attacks, which is why we have to use Pain, which is a really long animation, which is one of the reasons why this takes so long. And yeah, here in a couple of attacks, he's probably going to try to cast the Reflect on ourselves or Reach on himself. It's one of the reasons why we went ahead and put ourselves, or gave ourselves that Dispel. Let's see if he does it after this turn. Nope, just Flare. And we're probably going to be able to kill Jumbo Flan before he casts either of those on us or himself. So, actually, let's see, he has 60,000. It's going to take us at least 6 more turns to kill him, so maybe not. Yeah, because Pain really delays our turn. Let's go ahead and take a look. There's the Reflect. And now his next move is going to be to cast Curaja on us. So let's go ahead and go down to our white magic, and I hate to do this because I really like having haste on ourselves, but let's go ahead and dispel everything. And let's go ahead and put haste back up on ourselves at least. And now let's go ahead and just again cast pain. And this is honestly the fastest way for us to do this. Really good to cast reflect on us again. Okay, well I don't want to deal with that right now, so let's just go ahead and keep painting him if you would. But this is one of the main reasons why it is so important to remember to get anima, just to make sure you're able to, or not make sure. This is the easiest way to take care of Jumbo Flan until you have pretty good stats. And as you just saw, he just cast Regen on himself, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. Because I don't want to be dealing with the Regen right now. But so, please remember your first time through to go ahead and get all of the Destruction Sphere treasures, or else you're not really going to be able to do this for quite a long time. And here's Ultima. See how much this does now that I'm no longer shelled. We go with 1,000. 882. Very nice. But now, Jumbo Flan is going to be knocked out after this. There we go. And, yeah. Alright, and the way I do magic is a little different from the way I do the rest of everyone else. I don't normally just fight the Jumbo Flan until I get all of the spears that I want. I go ahead and bring Lulu down, Yuna's grid here, and I go ahead and give her all of the magic spheres that I am unlocking. Let's see. And I wait until she gets a magic of around 180, and then I go ahead and go into that fight with Jumbo Flan just with her. And I'll be showing that in a second once I get her magic up. But in between, like I'd say every like 3 or 4 fights, I'll normally come in here and make sure to up Lulu's magic, just because that makes it a lot faster to actually take care of Jumbo Flan than it would be to just try to get them all in one go. And you know what? Lulu actually has 177 magic right now, and we have Loner on her, which I showed a little bit earlier. So let's go ahead and try this right now, as is, with a slightly lower magic than I normally would. But let's go ahead and get her into the fray. Let's go ahead and get Riku in here. And let's go ahead and take on Jumbo Flan again. Alright, so taking on Jumbo Flan here, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use a Silver Hourglass. Slow this guy down just a little bit, allow us to set everything up the way we want to. And now let's go ahead and white magic. Let's go ahead and cast Shell onto Lulu. And then let's go ahead and, if she wasn't in auto haste, we would go ahead and cast haste on her right now as well. But she is in auto haste, so let's just go ahead and cast reflect onto Lulu. And then Lulu, let's go ahead and have you double cast Flare onto yourself, which is going to get reflected and attack good old Jumbo Flan over there. And then Riku, let's go ahead and have you get on up out of here. Okay, I told you to leave, but I guess not. Yuna listens though. Riku, be gone. Thank you. Then now let's go ahead and just have Lulu continuously double casting Flare on herself. And because we are alone right now, and we are in the Loner Overdrive mode, every one of our turns we are going to be building Overdrive. which is real good because Lulu's overdrive is really good against Jumbo Flan right here. Let's go ahead and double cast again instead of just copycat. And the way I would normally do this is I would just double cast Flare until I felt that Jumbo Flan was getting a little bit low on HP. I was an idiot right there. Double cast Flare on myself, double cast Flare on myself. And then once I felt comfortable enough, I would just start using Lulu's overdrive to constantly casting the Fury moves onto Jumbo Flan. See how much is this gonna do? 433. Alright. But so for instance, like right now, I can see that Jumbo Flan is currently at 741,000 HP. So I know that doing Flare or what's it called? Fury isn't really going to do much, so I'm just going to go ahead and continue double casting until I get him down a little bit more. And once he is down enough, I will go ahead and attempt a Fury on him, just to guarantee or more ensure that I get that overkill. Let's go ahead and do this one more time. Let's go ahead and see where he's at right now. 362. No, not quite. Let's go ahead and continue double casting on ourselves. And it is worth being aware that Lulu's Fury it plays off of your ability to spin the stick, but also Lulu's magical stat, and it cuts the damage done by everything by a third. So if I wanted to do more damage with, let's say, a Ultima Fury, I would need to get a minimum of 7 Ultima Furies in order to equal out or be better than double casting Ultima just by itself. So I definitely do not recommend doing Ultima Fury. I recommend doing either Flare or Drain right here. And because Drain is a lower tier level spell, for right now with our lower than I would like magic, we'll actually be able to get quite a bit more done with Drain. So let's go ahead and try this. Let's see how much we can get. Also got 8. That's probably not going to be enough for the overkill. It's definitely not going to be able to kill him right now. But then now at this point, we could just go ahead and double cast Flare on ourselves again. Shouldn't kill him. I could be wrong though, but it shouldn't. Yeah, and then now you see after 2 turns, our overdrive is almost full, so let's just go ahead and guard. Filling up our overdrive, and let's go ahead and try this Drain Fury again. So I got 11 that time. Let's see if we're able to get the overkill. Not able to get the overkill, unfortunately. Our magic is just a little bit too low right now, but we did at least get the kill. But that is one of the reasons why I recommend using Anima until you're about 180, 190-ish. Like as you saw, I'm at 177 and I was not quite high enough. Yeah, I'm at 177 and I'm not quite high enough to get that overkill. But then at this point, I just got a sphere, so I'll go ahead and put this on. And raise up her magic just that little tiny bit more. And then that also means that we'll be able to kill Jumbo Flan just a little tiny bit faster the next time we fight her, or him. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do this until I fill out Yuna's grid with all magical spheres. There is no reason for me to transfer anything else over. I might do a couple of the attack points just to help get Lulu and Yuna's strength to 255, but it's really not necessary, and honestly I don't know if I'm going to do it anyway, but I will see you guys once I'm done raising everybody's magic to 255. Alright guys, so next up all we gotta do is increase everybody's defense about 120, 130 points here real quick. And the fiend that we are going to fight in order to do that is of course going to be a Tankit right here. And now this guy is incredibly slow. If you're doing this a little bit faster or a little bit sooner, go ahead and use quick hit, but you really shouldn't need to. But if you go and look at the little turn counter thing on the right side of the screen, you will see that this guy does not currently have a turn. Because of how slow he is, we are in auto haste and he is incredibly slow. He is literally never going to get a turn. So let's just go ahead and put him out of his misery, shall we? He has... let's see... he starts out with 900,000 health, so that means that we are going to have to kill him in 10 hits, which is no issue at all. And let's just go ahead and speed this up a little bit. And yeah, so at this point, this guy literally, even if he did somehow manage to hit us, is not going to be doing anything to us. And this is the last guy we need in order to max out all of our stats. So I think you know what's going to be happening next. I'm going to be bringing him down Orange Sphere. And well, let's go ahead and start with Orin. And once we do that, I will actually meet you guys up when I get down here to the full break. And I'll be unlocking that on screen because I will actually be unlocking a couple of different trophies by doing that. But as we go, we of course are going to come on down here, fill out all of our defense spheres. We no longer need to worry about maxing out any other stats. So yeah, I'm just going to be filling in all of the blank spheres as we go. And yeah, after this we are going to be the absolute strongest that we could be stat-wise in Final Fantasy X. I'll see you guys when we are up at full break. Alright guys, so we are back, and if I've done everything correctly, the last node that I need to fill out for everybody on their respective sphere grids is going to be this full break here at the end of Oran's grid. And doing that should unlock us couple of different trophies, so let's go ahead and unlock those. There's our first one right there, Sphere Master, complete a grid for one character. So now we just need to go ahead and do that with the with every one of our remaining characters. So let's go ahead and get Titus, Riku, and I believe the last one should be Waka, or do I need to do Kamari still? There we go. And perfect Sphere Master. Complete this sphere grid for all main characters. Alright. And since we're here, since I've already done that, there's also another little random trophy that most people probably won't get. But for the Platinum trophy, we need to get it. So let's go ahead and head to Luca.
Yeehaw! Here we go!
And then from Luca, we need to... let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit. We need to head to the theater, which is going to be this room up over here where we got one of our Albed primers. Just go ahead and head back to the back room once we get in here. And let's go ahead and talk to this person at the counter. I think I talked to the wrong person. Yes, I did. Welcome. Do you want to go to the main hall? No, I do not. Oh, I believe we need to actually talk to these little ones. Yes, we do. And then since we're here, we just need to purchase all of these, all 68 of those guys right there. That's all of the music spheres right there. And then talk to this guy over here. And this guy allows us to record all of our all of the cutscenes. So if we go ahead and record all of those, we should get a trophy here in a second. Let me go ahead and head in here, take a look real quick. Movie sphere. Last page. Okay, so that should be everything. Maybe this trophy is not on the, maybe this trophy is not on the Steam version, but I do know that it is on the, what's it called? I do know that it's on the PS4 version and the Xbox version. Maybe I inadvertently unlocked it when I was testing everything to begin with in the beginning. So maybe I did unlock it. Maybe that will unlock it for you guys. Though apparently if you're playing on the Steam version, it might not have. But guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. And I will see you guys in the next episode where we start doing some customized weapons. Hey, is that Waka?
Hello there.
Hey, weren't you in prison?
Nah, those monks are pushovers, I tell you. I'll fleece any priest or my name's not Owaka.
Huh. Sorry. It was our fault they locked you up.
No problem. Anything for a customer, eh? You know, I had a sister, once as old as sister, you see. A summoner she was, went on pilgrimage at a young age. And that was it. Me and once, well, neither of us were fighters enough to be guardians. I think about it every day, I do. If we could have helped her. Least I can do is try to help another summoner, I forget. And Lady Yuna, she looks so much like...
Huh?
It's nothing.
Say, thanks.
Once has got all the good stuff. I walk out at 23rd's retiring.
Huh. I guess you learn something new every time you play this game. I had no idea that that Owaka was here. And I had no idea that they had a sister that was also a summoner. Alright guys, so before I end the episode, I actually went back and I went to talk to the dude that sells us the music spheres again, just to see if I missed anything. And this little special sphere set offer thing came up for 40,000 gil. So let's go ahead and purchase this. And there's our trophy for the theater enthusiast for purchasing every thing in the game, every sphere from the Luca Theater. And might as well come in here and show you guys where they are. If we talk to the lady at the main desk, you can select your music sphere here. You can select everything you want to listen to here. I'm not going to do that for copyright purposes. And then save down here with all the movie spheres. But yeah, so that is going to be the end of this episode, guys. See you guys in the next episode when I start customizing some arms and armor. But until then, this is Fem52 signing out, and peace out.